If you've never made blackened chicken at home, this is your sign. Alright guys, today we're making blackened chicken, and if you've never made this at home, it's honestly way easier than it sounds. You just need bowl seasoning and a really hot pan. And yes, I sound a little stuffy today, but we're still making this, so please stay with me. I'm starting with chicken breasts, and the first thing I always do is pat them dry with a paper towel. And this might seem small, but removing that extra moisture really helps the seasoning stick better, and it helps the crust form properly when the chicken hits the pan. And before we go any further, I just want to clear something up. Blackened doesn't mean burnt. It just means the spices toast in the pan and create that deep, flavorful crust on the outside of the chicken. And that's what gives blackened chicken that smoky, bold flavor. Now we're coating the chicken with the blackened seasoning. And don't be shy here, this dish is supposed to have bold flavor, and the seasoning is what creates that signature crust. Now listen up, the pan needs to be nice and hot before the chicken goes in. That's really important for blackened chicken. And when the chicken hits the pan, you should hear an immediate sizzle. And once the chicken goes in, try not to move it around too much. Let it sit and develop that crust. If you flip or move it too soon, it won't get that deep color. And you're looking for that bold, dark crust forming from the spices. And once the first side looks nice and blackened, go ahead and flip it. You see that deep color and toasted spice crust, and that's exactly what we want. And at this point, I like to add a little butter to the pan and baste the chicken. It adds richness and helps carry all those spices over the top. And after searing both sides, I like to finish the chicken in the oven. This step helps the chicken cook through evenly without burning the crust, and it's a really easy way to keep the outside flavorful while the inside stays tender and juicy. Now once the chicken is cooked through, bring it out and let it rest for a minute. That resting time helps the juices stay inside the meat instead of running out. And while that rests, we're going to build the sauce right in the same pan. All those brown bits left behind, that's flavor, so don't wipe it out. So start by adding a little broth and let it come to a simmer. And let that reduce for a few minutes. You want it to concentrate slightly before adding anything else. So here I'm just mincing up some garlic, and I'm going to add butter and garlic to the pan. And I'm going to let that cook just until fragrant. You don't want to brown the garlic, you just want to soften it and infuse the sauce. Then I'm going to pour in the cream and let everything come together. And at this point, the sauce starts to get rich and smooth. And of course, you're going to finish with freshly grated Parmesan and stir until the sauce is creamy and slightly thickened. And at this point, you want to taste and adjust the sauce. If it needs more salt and pepper, you can add it right here. You want it glossy and able to coat the back of a spoon. Not too thin, not too heavy. And I like to finish it with a little sauce right over the top. That sauce melts right into the spices and keeps everything really juicy. This is where it all comes together. This is definitely one of those dinners that's very simple but packed with flavor. And if you like meals like this that are easy to repeat during the week, that's exactly what my dinner system is built for.